Hi all, welcome to the video. Here in this video we are discussing module 3 complex analysis. In the previous classes we discussed about complex functions, their properties, analytic functions, etc. From this video we are discussing about the geometry of complex valued functions, that is conformal mapping. The main feature of conformal mapping is that they are angle preserving and allow a geometric approach to the complex analysis. The conformal mapping are useful in solving problems in potential theory and have a rich applications in electrostatics, heat flow, fluid flow, etc. Moving to the definition of conformal mapping. A mapping W equal to f of z is called conformal if it preserves angles between oriented curves in magnitude as well as in sense of rotation, which means it preserves angles in magnitude and also in direction. That is, here in the z plane we have two curves C1 and C2 with orientations, and angle between them is theta. Then in the image in the W plane, f of C1 and f of C2 makes the same angle theta. Okay, that is conformality means the images f of C1 and f of C2 of the curves C1 and C2 make the same angle as the curves themselves in both magnitude and direction. So conformal mapping is a mapping which preserves angles in magnitude and in direction. Next is fixed points or invariant points. As the term means, a fixed point of a function is an element of the function's domain that is mapped to itself by the function. That is, if you are taking z as an element in the domain, then the image will be f of z equal to z. So c is the fixed point of f if f of c equal to c. That is, a function is an element of the function's domain that is mapped to itself. If graphical terms, it means the point x comma f of x is on the line y equal to x, because here the domain and the range coincides, or in other words the graph of f has a point in common with that line. Okay, this is the fixed points, f of c equal to c or f of z equal to z. Then we say that z is a fixed point or an invariant point. Moving to the problems, find the fixed points of w equal to z minus 1 divided by z plus 1. Here the function is f of z, which is equal to z minus 1 divided by z plus 1. The fixed points are given by f of z equal to z. So substitute z minus 1 divided by z plus 1 equal to z. On cross multiplication we get z minus 1 equal to z into z plus 1. On solving, z minus 1 equal to z square plus z, that is z square plus 1 equal to 0, which is a quadratic equation. Solving this equation we get z equal to I and z equal to minus I. So I and minus I are the fixed points or invariant points of w equal to z minus 1 divided by z plus 1. Next problem, find the fixed points of w equal to iz plus 4 divided by 2z minus 5i. Here f of z equal to iz plus 4 divided by 2z minus 5i. So fixed points are given by f of z equal to z. So iz plus 4 divided by 2z minus 5i equal to z. On cross multiplication and simplification we get 2z square minus 6iz minus 4 equal to 0, which is a quadratic equation in z, which gives z equal to I and 2i. So I and 2i are the fixed points of iz plus 4 divided by 2z minus 5i. Next is critical points. Critical point means a point at which f dash of z equal to 0 is called the critical point of the transformation w equal to f of z. which means a critical point is a point in the domain where the function is either not differentiable or the derivative is equal to 0. That is, f dash of z equal to 0 gives the critical point of the function f of z. Problems. Find the critical point of the function f of z equal to sin z. So critical points are given by f dash of z equal to 0. Here f of z equal to sin z, then its derivative is cos z. Then f dash of z equal to 0 implies cos z equal to 0. Cos z equal to 0 for z equal to pi by 2 plus k pi, where k is an integer. So the critical points of f of z equal to sin z are z equal to pi by 2 plus k pi. Similarly, next problem, find the critical point of the function f of z equal to e raised to z. Here the critical point are given by f dash of z equal to 0. F dash of z equal to e raised to z. That is, e raised to z equal to 0 means since the derivative is never undefined and has no roots, so the function has no critical points, because e raised to z equal to 0, which didn't give the value of z, because the derivative is never undefined and has no roots. So this function e raised to z has no critical points.